Let's talk about mental health.
I grew up among family with mental health conditions, so I thought I knew a fair bit about well-being, but then again, we never really spoke about it.
With a psychologist mum, I had to say 3 positives a day and was taken to a waterfall to scream out my angst. Since then, we've both experienced poor well-being.
Now more than ever, we're all encouraged to talk about our mental health. The problem is, services aren't keeping up with our conversations. We're living through a mental health crisis. Such problems in young people have doubled in the past decade. From personal experience to working in youth charities and schools, we know how much courage it takes to just open up. But when young people take this step in the right direction, they're met with a gap in the system.
The Children's Society reports that the average wait for young people with mental health problems is 3 months, but this is often not as much as it really is, and it rises up to a year. Let me tell you about Tash. She's 17, she lives in Mile End. She's chatty, bright and self-aware. She also self-harms and suffers from depression. She told us that her problems got worse during a 5-month wait for professional support. She felt resentful by the time the support came, and she didn't know how to get the most out of it.
This story is not unique. There are tens of thousands of Tashes all over the country. 76% of young people's mental health deteriorates while they are waiting. This can spark a dangerous ripple effect, from disengagement with education to relationship breakdowns.
That's where Lemonade comes in. We believe that mental health problems don't have to get worse before they get better. We offer a package of support to young people aged 16 to 22 who are on waiting lists for mental health services.
We are accessible, non-clinical, and value creative and interactive techniques. In one-to-one coaching, we build relationships and prepare young people for clinical services. In group workshops, we offer a safe space for young people to connect and support each other.
With this blend of community-based features, we go beyond the limits of clinical criteria, engaging young people with alternative ways to manage and express their emotions. We will continue to co-design with young people so that their voices are at the heart of our solution. Based in educational settings and the great outdoors, we are geared to improve well-being and resilience.
We've spoken to experts across the education and health sector, and it's clear that schools and universities is the place to start. This not only provides access to young people, we've learned there is a growing market and an acute need.
Ofsted are introducing new criteria on well-being. Schools were recently allocated £215 million for mental health support, while universities have increased their spend by 12%. Current costs are high. Schools pay for home tutors to students who don't attend due to poor well-being, and university dropouts for mental health reasons, which cost £33,000 per student, have trebled in the past decade. We offer a smart solution. We're flexible, we're 3 times cheaper than hiring more pastoral staff, and we improve students' engagement with their education.
We don't have time to wait. Clearly, we're not the biggest fans of waiting. This year, we'll launch at least 2 pilots with education providers to further test and design our solution. To grow our impact, we'll then offer consultancy to schools and universities to improve their strategic approach to student wellbeing. But we won't stop there. Our vision is to sell to the health sector. We know there's a market, but we need to build the evidence base to win contracts with clinical commissioning groups. This will dramatically expand our reach and credibility to advocate for systemic change.
This gap in the system is fixable. With funds raised tonight, we will launch our 2 pilots and grow our own coaching and mental health experience to become certified in coaching and mental health first aid. To ensure our solution is effective and safe, we are looking for a clinical advisor with mental health expertise. We'd also love your introductions for partnerships with mental health charities and to schools and universities to host our pilots.
Swift intervention is key to recovery, because what we experience when we are young can shape who we become as adults. We aim to not only inspire self-care, but also self-growth. So let's prevent young people from tipping into crisis and steer them into a life where they can thrive, for the good of themselves and everyone in society.
Thank you.
Thank you.